welcome back to Food Prep Guide. We have a quick announcement today letting you know that our zone guides are now available. These are garden guides that break down tasks lists, chores, planting dates, pests, all of that are specific to your growing zone. Now I do have some printouts here to show you a little bit of what's inside the guide. But before I do that, I want to briefly answer the question of what in the world is a zone for those of you who don't know. I'm going to pop up a map on this screen here. Now this is United States based, and basically what the USDA has done is grouped like areas throughout the country into zones based on their average first frost date in the fall and their average last spring frost in the spring. And basically it just gives us some guidelines for what can grow in our area based on frost dates and how long you have until you reach that frost date. Every plant has an average days to maturity, and counting backwards from those frost dates and then those days to maturity for the different plant varieties is how we can know if we can grow a certain thing in our area or not. So that's what zones are. It's not like if you're in zone 5, you absolutely cannot grow this. That's only for zone 7. It's just that you need to make tweaks and be prepared to protect during frosts. Maybe you need some kind of protection or greenhouse or a cold frame or something like that. So it's not a cut and dry rules for gardening. It's simply a guideline that really helps us know how to succeed best in our area. So we did some garden monthly action plans is what they are. They are monthly action plans based on your particular zone. So let me show you a little bit of what's inside the guide. So like I said, monthly action plans. So every section starts with a month. So this is June. I believe this was zone 6. We have guides available for zones 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11. So here's what that kind of looks like. It starts out with your monthly overview of what kind of weather you can expect, when can you expect your frost, what kind of typical rain patterns in your area, and then weekly priority tasks. Now this is not going to be exhaustive, but it is going to call out the most important things. If you are already familiar with gardening, you know that there can be potentially a lot to do that can be overwhelming. But really, if we just scale it down to the most important things and get those done, we can still have a successful garden without the overwhelm. So that's what these priority tasks are. It's like, here's week 1, here's week 2, 3, 4. If you get these done, you're going to be doing good. So that's the first page. The second page is going for every month is going to be a planting guide. Now we do both spring planting and fall planting. All of the zones that we have guides for do have both seasons. There are some colder zones that we don't have guides for that wouldn't have a fall and winter season, but these do, and so we cover both. We cover direct sowing, what prefers to be transplanted because maybe you need that extra growing time. So we have both direct sowing and transplanting, and along with the pests, this is the next page, pests and disease. The average kind of pests that show up in your area according to the time that they show up in your area, because what shows up in zone 5 in August is not going to be the same type of pest that shows up in zone 9 in August. So they are time related into the certain months, and then we briefly talk about how to identify what damage it has made. Usually by the bite mark or a residue that's left on the leaves, and then we provide a natural solution. We only do organic gardening, so we don't recommend any pesticides. Anything that we recommend for how to treat is going to be natural and safe in organic gardening. That's the same for disease prevention and protection as well. So in addition to that, all of the zones also include some bonus layout ideas. Maybe if you're brand new to gardening, we give some specific layout ideas for how to lay out your garden and what to plant where, just in general, very general overview that might perform well in your area. And then we also have a seed starting at a glance chart. So your entire year on one page for when you need to get seeds started. There's one other thing I wanted to mention. Oh, so It's available now, obviously, but they are going to be at the lowest price that these zone guides will ever be for 1 week only. You're going to get them 30% off. So that's going to go through next Sunday at midnight. So you have 1 week to get these. We went back and forth on whether or not to release these on Mother's Day, but we thought, you know what? We know that there are several of you who happen to be mamas and grandmamas who have really been looking forward to these guides, and we thought, what a fun way to go ahead and release them and celebrate on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you. I hope you are having a wonderful time with your family, and I hope that these zone guides are a blessing to you. The link is down in the description box below. I will also pop in a link in the description box for that USDA map. You can go to that if you don't know your zone, put in your zip code and it will tell you what your zone is so that you know which guide to get. Okay, hope that's helpful. We'll see you next time. Bye.